There are over 50 log flumes in the United States alone, with one found in almost every state. If you're not familiar, you typically ride in hollowed-out boats, usually in the shape of logs, through a course full of twists, turns, and drops. These may also be the star attraction at some locations, not just small parks, but even places as big as Disneyland. If you can't tell, these are some of my personal favorite attractions at amusement parks, and today I'll rank the top 7 log flumes I've ridden as of 2021. Number 7. Adventure Canyon Log Flume. Adventure Canyon is one of, if not the rarest log flume I've ridden, as it's located at Buffalo Bill's Hotel Casino, which has been closed ever since the start of the pandemic. Even before this, the ride didn't run all too much, but I was lucky enough for it to be open during my visit in March of 2019. This is one of those rare log flumes, where it's a shooting game combined with the log ride. Unfortunately, they have taken out all the shooting guns off the logs for whatever reason, but even without that aspect of the ride, the layout's very well themed, while you navigate inside and out of the casino. Number 6. Jetstream. A lot of you are probably waiting to see this pop up on the list, mainly because you don't actually ride in logs, but instead in bobbing boats. And when I say bobbing, I mean bobbing. At the bottom of the final drop, you get this really unique sensation where the front half of your boat is lifted off the water, and while it may look like you're about to fall in backwards, you can't really tell all too much when you're actually on the ride, but that may just be depending on the weight of your boat. As for the ride itself, it's not too special. There's one other small drop on the ride through a tunnel, but that's about it. Number 6. Logger's Revenge. The fact that this entire log flume is stood high above the boardwalk creates an incredible view of the surrounding beach and mountains. There's really only one point of the ride where you actually get wet, being the climactic drop. Even then, you don't get too soaked. But this was built by Arrow, and hopefully it stays around for a lot longer. Number 4. Logger's Run. Just up north from the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk, California's Great America once occupied one of Arrow's log flumes, this one being a custom layout to fit within the park's water park, Boomerang Bay. You start by going up a lift hill, and navigating around a few water slides and the wave pool. From there, you go up the second lift hill, through a little twisty section, and finally ending things with a double down drop. To this day, I'm still pretty bummed that the park decided to remove their best water attraction, but hopefully people appreciate South Bay Shores just as much. Number 3. Big Timber Log Ride. If you've ever watched my Enchanted Forest vlog, or the video where I rank the top 5 coasters in Oregon, you already know a little bit about how this ride acts. If you don't really know, this is technically a water coaster, but there's way more to this ride than just another credit. There's 3 drops, decent theming, and the whole ride takes place through a beautiful setting. If it wasn't for the hour-long wait, I definitely would have gotten more rides on this. But if you're still questioning why I have it this high on this list, I'd recommend taking a trip out to Enchanted Forest for yourself and experiencing what this ride is all about. Number 2. Log Chute. This ride is just unbelievable, and it still blows my mind to this day what they did. It's seriously in comparison to number 1 on this list, as it accomplishes almost everything it does. First off, the ride is in a completely indoor setting, being in arguably the best mall in the world, the Mall of America. The theming is in comparison to Disney, through a mountain setting full of trees, caves, and things on that sort of line. There are 2 very sizable drops, and who can forget about those giant animatronics in the last showroom? Not to mention, the ride soundtrack is a masterpiece, and this is without a doubt the best ride in the whole mall. Number 1. Splash Mountain. Every ride I get in Splash Mountain at the Disneyland Resort, I'm just speechless. Personally, I would take Splash Mountain over most roller coasters I've been on, and if that doesn't say a lot, I don't know what does. There are tons of animatronics through the ride, an incredible soundtrack, and an overall great story. The finale is also something like no other, and if you've ridden Splash Mountain, I believe you can tell why it's the best log flume I've ridden. Thank you all so much for watching today's video. Please consider subscribing if you haven't already done so, as the channel keeps growing stronger every day. Anyway, I hope you have a good rest of your week, and I'll see you in the front row.